What's up, Shiny Hunters? Safari Week is June 17th through 26th this year. Now time for a special news segment. The Safari Game. A game where you get 30 special Pokeballs known as Safari Balls and attempt to capture some very skittish pocket monsters known as Pokemon. You might capture one of these monsters and make a new friend, or it might run away. Every summer, for 1 week, known as Safari Week, thrill-seeking gamers take a chance to hunt for the rarest critters.
What? Dude!
That these safari games have to offer. For the first time in 12 years, a new safari game has appeared in the form of the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Great Marsh. The first to have the new 1 in 4096 shiny odds, and the first to have critical captures. But there is one safari zone that could have taken this title first. Tonight, our news team has come to the house of the owner of this safari zone, Cal Zone, to ask why he does things differently.
Oh, hey, good evening. So why don't I do the whole safari game anymore here? Things just started to get a little bit weird. Once a year, for 1 week, all these freakish kids would show up, and they would spend hours in our zone. I'd see them just bunny hopping on their bikes non-stop. I saw this one girl, no food, no water, 72 hours in the zone. I would just look over at them and I'd snap my fingers and say, geez, I knew we should have enforced a real time limit instead of just counting steps till they can leave the zone. They were scamming us. I can't believe they just scam us like that, you know? Do you know how expensive a safari ball really is? Have you ever used a Cram-O-Matic? I crank that thing with my bare hands, and you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of getting one safari ball. And we were just giving these kids 30. So, 2014, I decided to shut things down. Just make it a park free to the public. And you know what? Those scary kids stopped appearing. But I like to think that maybe in an alternate universe, one where I maybe embrace this, I would have just built on. Maybe put in a few of those Johto Pokemans.
But I don't know, that sounds just as likely as them finishing the Battle Frontier project. Not gonna happen.
Alright, well that was that interview. Now let's take things over to the Safari Warden, Mr. Let's Play It, for the rules for this year's Safari Week.
Internet? Internet! I didn't see you down there. I didn't expect you guys to come out here today. How's it going, Internet? I was just up in my deer blind, checking out the population of Stantler in the Safari Zone this year. Looks like we've got a lot of them. I think it's going to be a good year. But since you're here, let me go ahead and lay down some ground rules. Alright, so, rule number 1 this year is, you gotta feed the Pokemon. I spend thousands and thousands of dollars every year keeping these safari zones stocked with bait. Now bear in mind, the Pokemon can't eat the bait if a trainer doesn't throw it at them. So where are they going to get their food supply from? That's where you guys come in. This year, if you're participating in Safari Week, you are required to bring in some sort of outside food to feed the Pokemon as you hunt. Now, as far as some suggestions of what types of food to bring, Girafarig likes chips, Nidorino likes chips, Dratini likes chips, Parasect likes chips. Let me think. I think Pinsir likes chips, Nidorino likes chips, Paras likes chips. But yeah, just bring whatever you think they might like and feed it to them, and this way our population of Safari Pokemon will be a lot happier and healthier for next year's Safari Week. Alright, Internet, it's time for rule number 2. This year, before you enter the Safari Zone, you've got to think about the Unova Safari Zone. Everybody knows that one of the greatest tragedies of the 2010s was the fact that the Safari Zone was not included in 5th Gen Unova Pokemon games. think up your own 2 Unova Pokemon that might have been in the Unova Safari Zone and head on in. Alright, Internet. Rule number 3 is only 1 cartoon per day. I know, this sounds difficult, but I interviewed a lot of Pokemon this year, and many of them are about to go wild if they have to hear one more episode of Billy and Mandy or Chalk Zone. So, unfortunately, I must limit you all to 1 cartoon per day, strict, this year. Alright, Internet, it's time for the final rule. Rule number 4. Stomping and yelling. That's the rule. Lots of stomping, lots of yelling. Our Pokemon have been getting very lazy in the Safari Zone. They've been sleeping up to 18 hours a day, and I am finished with it. So from the moment you enter the Safari Zone, you are to stomp and you are to yell. That is all. Thank you.